Hello everyone. Today's book is Six Thinking Hats book. The Six Hats. 1. The first way of thinking is called the white hat by the wizard. The owner of this way of thinking is like a computer. All that is required of him is to provide accurate information and facts, and there is no room here for expressing opinions and points of view, or for interpretations, analyses, emotions and feelings. And because the information is everywhere in more than one form around it, the owner of this style of thinking has a huge amount of information that is distracting him, so the easiest and most successful way to control a little bit of the amount of information he has is to ask specific questions to him, in order to provide you with specific information and avoid spinning. And you need to wear this hat when you find yourself saying general words that are not suitable for achieving certain goals. For example, if you want to lose body fat, do not say general words such as, "I will reduce the amount of food only." You must research carefully about everything related to the matter, and then make your plan based on the information clearly. This pattern of thinking is what made Hazem, after Habiba suggested a place she liked to spend their honeymoon, ignore her feelings and memories that she kept telling him about this place, and open the laptop and collect information about the place, and the landmarks in it, and write it in a note, and based on this information determines whether they were going to travel or not. Habiba felt here that he was an emotionally drained person. Here it becomes clear to us the secret of the white color of this hat, because the white color symbolizes neutrality and impartiality, not feelings. 2. The second hat is the red hat. The owner of this style of thinking is similar to Soma the lover. His feelings overwhelm all the situations he is exposed to, and he does not justify or explain his feelings rationally. For example, you will find him saying, "All that is in the matter is that I do not like to deal with this company," or you will find her saying, "I feel uncomfortable for this groom," and she does not know him at all and has not seen him before. A person who wears this hat is able to explore and elicit the feelings of others, or to act on his intuition, and his experience of ancient events, but unfortunately, as the saying goes, he is like a feather, his decisions change quickly and easily according to his feelings rather than his mind. This type of thinking is what made Habiba decide on a honeymoon place, just because she feels that she will only enjoy it, although there are much better places than this place. Therefore, the best solution for Hazem here is to listen to Habiba's feelings, and show his interest in her by asking interrogative questions about her feelings, and these questions will show her many points that were not clear, such as, will the high cost of travel to this place be suitable for their standard of living or not? Is it possible to have to borrow money for this trip? This is something she will not accept. 3. As for the third hat out of the 6 hats that represent ways of thinking, it is black. And the owner of this thinking is an attitude or situation, I have no lover, no relative, or stranger, not just a person who feels pessimistic feelings, but rather that his pessimistic thinking is negative, and he has reasons and justifications for this pessimistic thinking, and this thinking sometimes succeeds in some companies or in home decisions, and avoids them the risks that this person sees, because he is a person who is extraordinarily cautious. If you are dealing with a person who wears this hat, it is better to wear the white hat of information and facts, and always remind him of this information, so that he can see a side other than this pessimistic side in any subject, and he realizes that the black hat should not take more than its size, otherwise it will prevent us from achieving our goals. But if you are the one wearing this hat, try to allow your imagination to run wild a little, meaning that as soon as you have negative thoughts about someone that, for example, he wants to harm you, try to take a step back and look at the history of that person with you, and decide based on that, either you will drive this thought out of your mind, or you will continue with your precautions and caution. 4. And the fourth hat with us is the opposite of the previous hat, which is the yellow hat. And the owners of this hat focus on the benefit only, and are satisfied with everything, and always choose to look at the subject with an optimistic view, and do not object to anything. But unfortunately sometimes optimism turns into stupidity, so it is necessary for the optimistic person to use the white hat to give him all the information and facts about the topic, and consider whether optimism is possible or not, by weighing the pros and cons based on this information. In any situation, if a yellow hat optimist meets a black hat person who thinks negatively, we can get out of the situation with the greatest possible benefit and strike a balance between the two sides. 5. In addition to all the previous ways of thinking, we have a fifth way of thinking that we symbolize with the green hat. And the green hat does not make its owner more creative day and night, but it gives him the opportunity to focus on the creative side of his thinking, always looking for new ideas and alternatives, and always thinking outside the box. And if the owner of this hat did not make an effort to develop it, dedicating time every day to learn new things to raise his efficiency, or identifying distinguished people in this skill and meeting them and forming relationships with them to benefit from them at the point of creativity, it will turn over time into just a dead talent that can be brought back to life by provoking it and working on it again. There is a slightly different hat. The blue hat, which is the sixth in the hats. It is the hat that sits on top, because it programs human thinking, and knows him in every different situation, which hat he wears, and when he chooses the appropriate hat for the situation, the blue hat makes him able to use the hat he chose professionally. The owner of this hat is his role in any institution or organization to distribute roles to those present, and does not aim at all to command those around him, as much as he aims to achieve what is required through them. Also, the owner of this hat has a very high concentration, and focuses his focus on the right place, to put the right plan, and before entering any discussion or meeting, he sets the goal of it first, and defines the method and rules that they follow during the meeting, and what must be exited from the meeting. If we assume that the owner of the blue hat is going on a trip with Hazem and Habiba, he will not drive the car, but will keep watching the driver, watching the road he is walking on, planning for him from start to finish how he will go and so on. These were the 6 thinking hats, and you are probably saying now as you hear us, is my brain enough to stop thinking? What will I gain from these hats? Importance of knowing thinking hats. My friend, the 6 thinking hats are like the 5 love languages. By the way, you can learn about these languages from the summary of the book, The 5 Love Languages, on a green application for phones, just as we have 5 love languages, but one language is the main one for each one, and it controls most of his emotions and decisions in life. The same applies to the 6 thinking hats. Each of us has 6 thinking hats, which he uses from time to time, but there is one hat that appears strongly in all his actions. For example, if you are a pessimist, it will appear in your actions that you wear the black hat, but this does not. He denies that at other times you wear the green hat to choose an alternative other than the pessimistic one. Knowing these ways of thinking will help you. 1. You get to know yourself first and you know what's around you. Sure enough, after Habiba knew that Hazem was wearing the white hat, her judgment on his behavior would change and therefore. 2. You will be able to deal with it intelligently and without confusion. 3. Your knowledge of the 6 thinking hats will help you make the best decisions, because you will know which situation requires which particular hat to wear. Of course we are not machines, so that in every situation we press a certain button and it activates a certain hat system, but in certain situations we need to think in a more organized way and use the hats, and time after time this will become very natural, and we will save time, reduce controversy and problems. Finally, If you see that you are smart enough and do not need this system, you must make sure that this system will make your intelligence more effective, and you will benefit from it as much as possible. I tried, smiley face. Is over. Thank you for listening, and I'm glad we can be friends, and subscribe to the channel.